got a man wide open, caught. Touchdown Buffalo, Emmanuel Sanders. Keeps it himself, going to throw it into the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown Buffalo. Emmanuel Sanders, touchdown Bills. That should just about do it.
Tough start to the season, but we're finding our way. We're nailing these picks with waiver. With last night, Leonard Fournette, I called my shot. He did his thing. Here's your top 5 Friday picks. Emmanuel Sanders, last week paid off. Listen to me with these values. You're playing daily fantasy. You've got bye weeks this week. Emmanuel Sanders, put up 2 touchdowns and over 20 fantasy points. So here we go. Jets, Falcons, Saints, Niners. You can't play any of those guys. They're all on byes. At quarterback, you mentioned it. The no defense bowl, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, how about Taylor Heineke? Heineke, he actually outscored guys like Joe Burrow and Ryan Tannehill this season so far. He's got more fantasy points. Unbelievable. He's got 3 games with 20 or more points already. So if you don't have Russell Wilson in your lineup, and you can't, he's not playing, and if you're just streaming going forward, I like Heineke, and I do think he's your best shot against the Chiefs defense that's allowed the second most points to quarterbacks this year. I also like Justin Fields to see if he's available, but Taylor Heineke, a guy who's widely available and really a good value on daily fantasy sites. At running back, Devontae Booker. He's filling in for an injured Saquon Barkley. Hopefully you were smart enough, savvy enough to secure him as a handcuff even when you drafted Saquon Barkley. But Booker scored 2 touchdowns after Saquon went down Sunday, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air as well. He's talented in the passing game, so even if the Giants get down against the Rams, and they probably will, this weekend in East Rutherford, he's still going to be heavily involved. That's why I like him in PPR for week 6. At wide receiver, T. Higgins. Higgins made a quiet return from injury last week. 5 catches, just 32 yards. I think it ramps back up this week against the Lions defense. He's racked up double-digit fantasy points in all 3 games that he has played this year. This is chemistry with his quarterback going back to last year. It doesn't really matter who his quarterback is. He puts up good numbers anyway. He's an awesome value because everyone's so excited about Jamar Chase, and he's sitting at 31st at the wide receiver spot. Another wide receiver for you. How about the Patriots guy, Jakobi Meyers? He's ranked 35th this week. I love taking a swing on someone who's getting volume, though. It's sort of all that matters, target share. And Meyers he's currently top 10 in the league in targets, over 9 a game. He's facing a Cowboys defense that, yes, we're saying is much improved and they're well balanced and we love Dan Quinn, blah, blah, blah. They're still top 5 most generous to the wide receiver position. It probably has a lot to do with game script, how great the offense has been in putting up points. Teams have to do their thing, and I do believe Jakobi Meyers will be a really good target and value, somebody that Mac Jones is going to key in on. Finally, at tight end, Tyler Higbee. I gave you Dawson Knox. Now he's must-start material. Higbee, also good. He scored touchdowns in 2 of his last 3 games. That's all you want from that position, and maybe 50-ish yards. He's facing a Giants defense that's allowed double-digit points to the tight end spot in every game this season. So if you take a look at the full list, I really feel good about Higbee. It's a position in fantasy football where you can look at what teams are giving up as far as points, and the trend pretty much reveals itself by week 5 or 6. So you know, Giants giving up points, it's got to be Higbee. Let's take a look at the list of my top 5 fantasy options. Do we have a list? I think we do. Higbee, Jakobi Meyers, T. Higgins, great value on daily sites we checked, Devontae Booker, and Taylor Heineke. I would absolutely pick him up if I have Russell Wilson. Okay, Heineke or Fields, that's a tough one.
Very tough. I'm looking at the New England Patriots, okay? Because I think they're going to have to put up a bunch of points this weekend against Dallas. I've been waiting for one of these guys to pop.
They haven't.
You know, whether it's Jonnu or even like Nelson Aguilar I started a couple weeks. This is the guy this week, you think?
I think it's just based on targets. Like, if he's getting the volume, hopefully it'll pay off, and I'm not scared of the Cowboys because they're so generous. So on paper, it should work out, and he does have to throw the ball to somebody he's going to have to throw against this team.
Yeah, and I like the Heineke start. I feel like at this point, you call it streaming when it's like you look at the other team, and it sounds crazy because they still might win the Super Bowl this year, but no matter who the Chiefs are playing, I would take the opposing quarterback at this point because anyone could throw all over them and also run all over them. It's gotten that bad. I hope the Chiefs are listening to all this because when you're like, you have to start Heineke because they're playing the Chiefs, it's saying a lot about a team that was in the Super Bowl last year.
It is. The last 2 years are saying a lot about that football team. I mean, I love T. Higgins. You know, the addition of Jamar Chase, he's kind of took a little bit of a backseat. He's been injured. Can't wait to get him back out there. Joe Burrow has to lean on him because Jamar Chase requires a lot of attention. So my man T should be open.
Now with Pittsburgh's defense looking a little better, and it's being Geno Smith and a far. Where are they playing? Oh, in Pittsburgh. So they have to travel. You always talk to me about that.
I like Geno in this game.
And so if you could play T. Higgins or DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
You're not worried about DK or Lockett at all. I'm seeing a lot of that. A lot of worry with Geno Smith. Nothing.
Geno came right into the game and threw a touchdown to DK.
He looked better than Russell did in a lot of ways.
No, but to DK specifically, like right off the bat,